So we are 12.74% towards a clear sky, alright. So we have vegetation beginning. I wonder if that'll open up anything new for us. So oxygen is something we can continue to boost. Yeah, so we're only boosting that by 2,000, we're boosting pressure by 4,000. And plants by 5,000. So if we can ramp up the oxygen, that would be useful. To do that, we need, well, those really. And a bunch of superalloy. And our rocket platform's up here. We were going to move this as well, actually, for when we call down other asteroids again, because they're going in the wrong place. Seed spreader. Yep, so that's oxygen multiplier. And 2. Good. I don't think I was saving those for any reason. Cool, so now we get some of the green storms. And we were going to deconstruct that and move it back over here somewhere. Because we want the asteroids to come down over here. Need to not have it clipping into the world, otherwise the rockets are going to do very interesting things. Okay, maybe we look at it from this way instead. Alright. I think that's probably safer. That's not the most safe thing in the world, but you know what? I don't care. So this door over here isn't something I can actually open, is it? There's some explosives there, but this isn't something I can actually get into, I don't think. And it doesn't look like there's anything of use in there either. No, okay. So which way do we want to explore, I guess, is the next question, because we have the big base, the mining base, up that way. We don't have a map yet, do we? No. There's a big mining base that's off what I choose to think of as being north, but I don't know if it actually is. And then there was a dome base over this direction, kind of the... Well, if that's north, then I guess this is east. So we did a big loop around up here one other time. There's a safety base that I put over in the distance. There's the giant dome. I think I go and check out the giant dome first. We'll work our way round before we work our way up. Here's one I prepared earlier. Bridge over the chasm. Bungee jumping, anyone? There's a big lake over here, so that would have been an empty valley at some point. I don't know whether it's worth then scouting around. So, this big dome area. It's not broken or anything. Ah, there is ice though. I wonder if I'll be able to breathe inside the dome, or whether it'll be kind of... I'll have to keep reinforcing. There's little solar panels there. What did this say? 250 GTI. Okay, well, we're on our way. Oh, well, okay, the door opened. So... we've met whatever criteria it had, at least. But no, we do not have oxygen. Okay. Is there more, like, crates on here? Yeah, there is. Okay. Alright, so there's lots of stuff. Well, I think what we want to do is first, let's get our rover out to put some stuff away. And now let's make a base out here for oxygen. We have larvae now, real larvae. Okay. And let's just put a base right here. Why not? Interesting that there's that ice that doesn't melt until a certain... Oh, we're still missing an iron? I thought I picked up enough. And yet we're able to go in the door already. So I wonder what, if any, criteria there was on the door. So, what else can we find in here? Any other crates hidden around the back walls at all? The ice doesn't seem to be doing anything, to be perfectly honest. No, and then there's just this one rover inventory there. Alright, so we'll just go until we run out of oxygen, really. So there's another crate here. Alright. Some super alloy and stuff. Okay, that was a tease. It's like a golden crate, but it's not one I can interact with. Rude. So big grow bed area. All of these are eggplants, looks like. Tier 2 beehives. Fortunately, I can't deconstruct them. And sprinkler systems that are somehow still operating. Oh, hello. Arbotillo effigy. Have I found one of you before? I'm not sure if I have. Okay, and we're going to be full already. Okay, so there's still a crate up here. Is there anything else? Oh, there is a desk with an access card. That's useful. But no screen, no further information or anything. Here's the exit. Oh, with the access card door, right? Oh, I need 2. Okay, the hunt continues. And let's put this down here. So is there... Ah, here we go. There's another desk over here with another access card. Perfect. There's a few more containers around in this room. Rocket engine. Odd place to put a rocket engine. And another one. Okay. People are very careless about their rocket engines. Wonder if at a certain point we do see insects and stuff make their way back in here. Well, we have enough iron from deconstructing things that we can now make a second locker. It's one of those things that maybe someday we come back and empty out things that we want to take back with us, but dunno. The access card in, we now have access into the next room. Some wheat. Interesting. Let's go clear out that other container. Both of them first. So it's you. I wonder if there's anything up any of these stacks. Doesn't look like it. There's nothing in the crane. No. It is definitely a different style of exploration and gameplay in this mode. Because previously we encounter, on the main planets, you encounter the areas where you can extract resources. So relying on the resources that you just find can sometimes feel a bit cheesy. Because it's like, oh, I just found this and that just makes it so simple. But, that said, sometimes it is necessary to get a bit of a leg up. Oh, now we have the incubator and stuff. Okay. Right, butterfly farm and incubator is now ours. It's the sort of thing then maybe it's time to actually go back. Actually take the fertilizer with us too. We do need to drink and we only have 1 water bottle left. So we can at least use that up. We can't harvest the wheat. Infinite cookies. Oh, some higher tier mutagen stuff. Okay. The sprinklers are still working. Can I just like stick my face up to one of these and just go drink and make it like a water fountain? Oh, it's a split platform. That's awkward. Ah, access key. Gonna have to find a few of those. Oh, and a screen this time. Okay, because the extraction of mineral resources there are far fewer of this than expected to maintain the greenhouses and harvest crops. Plus this year's yields are lower. I hope this mine is worth it because I'm starting to find fieldwork less and less interesting. Had a hard time imagining how monotonous it would be. Yeah, and you've got machines doing most of the work for you, so don't know what you're complaining about. Oh, hello. Tree seeds. There we go. Okay, I definitely want to take that back. I want a heat multiplier fuse too. Well, let's drink for a start. Let's put those away. Take the fertilizer back. Put the iron away, keep the sulfur. Yeah. Okay, I think it is probably time to actually head back. We've got so much stuff. It's going to take a few lots of like ferrying things back. So I've been right door, I haven't been left door yet. Let's put the special stuff in here so we don't lose it if we die. Just in case. And I think we've got enough oxygen just to make it back all the way anyway, and we've got a safety base. So we'll go back and also click through our transmission screen again and remind ourselves of what we previously found out about this. So obviously, a bunch of people settled this, trying to make a new life for themselves. They've got the domes, they've got growing facilities, and then they discovered some blazar quartz, the blue crystal, and started stepping up mining operations on that so that they could then trade that to be more prosperous. Kind of a classic case of getting greedy in some ways. It's like you already had everything set up for like your subsistence economy or whatever. But now you got to get greedy and just delve for mineral wealth. So what went wrong, I wonder? Right, where do I put everything is the next question. We have a lot of iridium. We're going to be able to build lots of heaters when we get the bigger ones. Right, blueprints. Tier 4 mining speed. I mean, sure, I can, so why not, I suppose? I feel I'm not mining as much stuff in this because most things I'm just finding in lockers anyway. We are going to need to upgrade our exoskeleton soon, looks like, actually. So 2 osmium, superalloy rod, and a uranium rod for some reason. Why are we putting uranium on ourselves? I'm not sure I like this. But sure, there we go. Now we've got more slots. We'll get our water filter soon and then we'll be full, so... now we can warp back our vehicle to get more stuff. Bam. Everything else out. Okay. Guess not everything. So we've got tree seeds. Big tree seeds. So that's good. Especially once we start getting tier 2, which we don't yet have, but soon, I feel. Let's put you on here. Hello. So I'm guessing they are the special creature that appears on this world at some point. They're going to be a little ways off that, I feel. We got beehives ages ago, but we didn't have the incubator. Now we have the incubator, and we also have butterfly domes, and we can make some of those immediately. So we should probably do that. Tree bark tier 2 fertilizer, superalloy. So now we can start making beehives and such if we get the right larvae. So then butterfly dome. Not sure if I've got a good place to put that, but just hang it off the edge somewhere. We could probably just hang it off here, right? Yeah, there we go, that works. Can't do that one, but we can do that one. Alright. Why not? That works. What have we here? Okay, there's just a basic one. That's fine. It's something, at least. It's going to boost our insects quite profoundly. You can actually fit 2 in here. You go foraging for more larvae. Haven't really been looking around, but now that we do have them appearing. Hello, uncommon. I think that's what I need for... here's other tree seeds. I think uncommon's what I need for bees anyway. Oh, another rare. Good. More butterflies. Now, we don't have any more tier 1 mutagen, and we also don't have any more, whatchamacallits, bacteria samples. So let's go gather algae and water to get a ton of those. Oh, and I should have brought the other tree seeds with me to stick in these, just in the meantime. Because I'm not sure how far away I am from actually getting the tier 2. I almost need a biolab actually down here instead. Or actually, the idea was to do an autocraft down here at some point, which I don't think I can make, actually. So I could set up a base with an autocraft and just have it making bacteria samples constantly. For now, not that one, this one. Yes, the silkworms don't need mutagen, they just use bacteria sample. Pomp, pomp, pomp. Let's do the rare one first. Can hope for a good roll and see if we get something special. Nope. Maybe we need to be a higher T value. I mean, we did only just get these. We can also make fish eggs already, apparently. What? What? Why can we make fish eggs already? I can't put them anywhere. Am I just too far down one track or something? Is that what's happened here? Where's the fish eggs come from? There's tier 1 tree spreader. I can't remember where I get tier 2 from. So there's beehive, butterfly dome. So those are from plants, yeah. And then insects we've only just started generating. Tier formation. Yeah, so that's where we've got the incubator from. Next is the water filter. Which are almost there. I still think you should get water filter before air filter. Ah, tier 2 tree spreader is from oxygen, 6 ppm. Okay. So let's go stick the tier 3 seed that we got. What do we need to make another tree spreader? Another fertilizer on top of what we're going to be using for the next thing. Okay, we can make high quality food now. And tree bark. Anytime I need tree bark, I just go to the actual grow chamber and it's usually ready. Lovely. So then we've got iron common, fertilizer that, do that again, get a second one, so we can also make some beehives. Okay, which is basically the same ingredients, it turns out. Right, up to and including fertilizer. Right, beehives. We're actually going to put the beehives underneath the butterflies, because why not? Tree spreader, 1300. So that's 11,960 versus 1,150. Pretty happy with that. Rain in the game sounds like the rain moving in here. Yeah, it's always fun. It's like, is that here or is that there? Is this the real life or is this just fantasy? How are we looking now? Oh, we're over 1 million production on oxygen now, so that's good. And still the 510,000 on pressure. Heat, only 80,000. What do we have for heat? We do have tier 4 heaters, yeah. But they needed explosive powder, that's right, which we only just got a bunch more sulfur. I guess if we can make 5 tier 4 heaters, how are we off for power, actually? We've got 387 available. 387, so I can make 7 of them without affecting our power production. And we can deconstruct some of the ones in the chambers above as well, because, let's be honest, we're not really using them. We can deconstruct the 4 that are down here without breaking a sweat. Let's do that first. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll then want 4 iron. And 4 magnesium. Hey, water filter. There we go. Good. And then water filter. Aluminium, silicon, fabric. Right, so this is where I need fabric again. I'm not sure if I have any spare. We found some early on. We've used it all on agility boots. Ah, silk generator. There we go. 800 kilograms of insects. Right, so it'll take us a while to get there. We've got to really ramp up on the butterflies. Right, well, in the meantime, let's do what we were going to be doing, which is making a bunch of these. So explosive powder needs loose iridium. We have a bunch here. Ah, we want 10 of these, I think. We need to get more sulfur from back at the, where we were exploring earlier, looks like. So we can make 4 of them now. These now go outside. Can I put them in here? No. Ooh. Oh, I can put them right down the end, but not on this. That's annoying. Oh, hang on. No, wait. I had already made some, didn't I? They were up this way. I'm starting to remember. I'd already done this. It was like that other base area that I was exploring. Am I crazy? Don't answer that. You don't need to answer that. We all know the truth. Because there was a not wreck, but there was a base up here. And I'd been scouting around, and I feel like, yeah, there we go. There's our heaters. Okay. And it's just that now I have another fuse. Oh, I guess I hadn't found a fuse yet. I just put them down anyway, but now I do have a fuse. Okay. Well, let's put down 1, 2, 3. So now we have 8. And then we can multiply 5 of them now, and later on, 8 of them. Yeah, since you asked, yeah. These should have honey in them by now. So now I can make some high quality food and make my beans last even longer. But we do want to grab our optimizer and fuse from up here. This is wasted up here. We should put a door out the back of the butterfly enclosure too, probably. Let's go straight back up where I was to stick the fuse down. Alright. Machine optimizer. So 5 of these can now be boosted. There we go. 2600 instead. So we'll be getting different types of butterfly larvae soon. You've got the different tree seeds already. What do they require? Yeah, it's just different plant seeds. So these are the only ones we could make at the time. But we could now tear them apart. But I mean, 400 to 175 is not a huge upgrade. I mean, it is because the amount of oxygen you're producing is so much more, to be fair. So I guess it's still worth it. And we get Lerma seeds back then that we could then send up into space or something. We'll just keep them aside. Yeah, we've got a lot of these seeds. We really don't need to be stingy. I mean, you could also just make more tree spreaders instead of just having only a couple. That's the other thing. Tree spreaders. That's what we need to the bacteria sump. Ah, we do also need tier 1 fertilizer, which we do not have more of. Okay. I think we go foraging again. Nuclear fusion generator just unlocked. Alright, that's a good thing to come back to. I don't think I have enough pulsar quartz for any of it, but... Do I have any? No, I don't have any. That said, I do have these. I have found fusion energy cells, which we couldn't then break down into pulsar quartz. I feel I might need them for other things. In fact, I almost wonder whether or not I should have some of those on me when I'm exploring bases, just in case I come across something that needs opening. It's probably not a bad idea, actually. We need sulfur more than anything, and I know there's some down in the flooded valley, but not a lot. This is such a barren area. I do feel they could have done a little bit more with this. Like, this hasn't flooded. This hasn't been covered in vegetation. This bit doesn't even have any resources on it. It's just completely barren. I feel there's a few stretches where they just kind of forgot. Like, did they expect me to not come this way or something? Was I meant to come around the other way? Probably. I was probably meant to come here last or something. I was probably meant to work my way around clockwise. But I'm really good at doing what I'm not supposed to do in games. Material can make the filter now. Well, it's smart fabric. Oh yeah, I could probably deconstruct smart fabric to get real fabric, can't I? That's a good point. I should try and scout out everything and at least just consolidate anything from containers into lockers, much like what I've done here. Actually, you know what? Let's put our rover down here. Because iridium, rocket engines... Not iridium, sulfur. Sulfur and rocket engines. Let's put those away. Anything else I definitely want to take back with me? I mean, fine, we'll take the bacteria sample. Okay, I want the access card on me. Super alloy can go back as well, definitely. So we stock this up with things that we definitely want to take back with us. Okay, and then deconstruct you and you. Leave these here, but now we can make another base further along with a couple of lockers for putting other things in. So maybe we do that here, because we've got the next door to get through. And we can just move forward in stages. Cool. We have an aluminium on us for some reason. We'll put those in here. I'm not going to need them just yet, I don't think. So I'd gone right first. I can't remember if I'd cleared out every single crate in here, if there was things left behind. Oh, here we go. Okay, we didn't leave much behind, but technically. Now let's go this way instead. Trees. And plants. Okay. And random crates in amongst the trees, of course. Just clear out everything. Another access card. Another thing is, for the third time, could you arrange for us to receive materials to repair the pipes? This is the third one that's burst due to the cold this month. I thought we'd specifically chosen a planet with favourable climatic conditions. Would Akoa make a mistake in their calculations? You call this place favorable climatic conditions? Also, there's two screens right next to each other. One has the message, the other doesn't. That's kind of funny. I'm guessing the planet changed in some way then. Ooh, plant multiplier fuse. That's not that useful, but another tree seed. Oh, we're getting Terra tokens now as well. Okay. Anything over here? No. Alright, we'll go dump some materials. Oh, hello, we're going to get frog eggs here, it looks like. We'll do a setup of base have there, consolidate everything that isn't priority. Later I can make my bots go get them. That's true, except I hardly ever actually make drones. But you're not wrong. But until you get drones, you can't actually tell it to, like, deliver everything. Which means you have to come back here anyway, at some point. I need to get a silicon so I can do that. Oh, you know what? We'll get a silicon. Let's just get rid of our way out real quick. Map information rocket. I mean, it would be nice to be able to see the lay of the land, I guess. Alright, there's your access cards. On to the next zone. Ah, final chamber anyway, looks like, in this base. Lore. The first harvests, what a joy to see life growing on our planet. Like a harbinger of our community's rebirth, we'll be able to feed ourselves with our own produce. Most of what I planted has grown, and it even seems a few species have already adapted to the low light conditions. I'll be able to do plenty of experiments in the future. This is 3009, this is early. Because the others have been into the teens, I'm fairly sure. Is that all the containers? Oh. Is there a lift that I missed? Doesn't matter. Ah, I'm not going to be able to fit everything in here. That's fine, I do not care about other plant seeds. Lerma seeds, sure. Other plant seeds, not really. So we found their growing facilities. I'm not sure what the base that I started next to was. I guess it was just their administration block, it seems. Okay, so there's a bridge over there. I don't know if I was meant to come in this way, or if I'm doing this correctly. I strongly suspect I'm doing this backwards. Let's go over this side more. I don't have inventory space, but I can at least see whether or not there are any containers. I feel I want to explore around here maybe more when it's light. The fact they didn't even bother putting any of those sort of rocky areas that had the crates, the sort of cache crates. Kind of a similar feeling in some ways to the Aquilus planet, where... Nice idea, I feel the execution may be just a little bit short on effort. This one at least has the lore that leads you around, so it makes me care about exploring a little bit more. The downside to the Aqua planet was, it's meant to be a draw card probably that, oh, there's no previous signs of life, but that's what gives you the motivation to look around. There was no side story at all, so makes it harder to actually care about what's going on, right? So we've at least got a ton of sulfur. Well, okay, we've got 2 sulfur, but we've got more in our other things, so... And now we have 2 more of these tree seeds anyway, which means that once we get the tier 2 tree spreaders, we are going to kick off. So I'm guessing that's what these trees are. Redwow. Yes, so they're redwoods. Just call them what they are. Or is it Red WD maybe? Yeah, it's definitely Redwow. What a silly name. And then the optimizer will have to be on land. But we could also, you know what? Is there a iron around here? Yeah, here we go. Surely we can just put a foundation, yeah, there, and just stick an optimizer in the middle. Later on it'll move, because once we get tier 2s, they go on land at least. So that boosts our plants. The oxygen's the main thing, but it's good to have plants boosted too. So let's warp back our rover again. Get out all the sulfur we can. Nice. Good. Now we probably want to call down uranium. So that means we want that. 2 super alloy and... Okay, sure, we'll grab out 4, why not? And then 3 cobalt. And I mean, we could always do 2 of them, to be honest. So we might need some more nuclear power at some point. We've got 5 generators at the moment. While I'm thinking of it, so smart fabric. If we recycle this, I can't even remember what that will give us. 2 fabric and a circuit board. Okay, well, circuit boards are good. And 2 fabric, which means now we can get aluminium, silicon, and 2 bioplastic nuggets. Good, water filter. Right, we'll be making a lot of progress, that's for sure. We could make another butterfly dome and just stick it on the end of the existing one, potentially. Or even down the end here. And just have it extending off further this direction. You kind of get better bang for your buck in some ways from beehives, because it's 15 per second versus 20, and these are so much smaller, but at the same time, these multiply. Like, I have 230% things in them, so, you know. Energy minus 139 though. Ah, yes, energy is their next concern. So we have 5 of those producing that, so I can support 1 more butterfly house. I can also upgrade a bunch more solar panels. I've got a lot of aluminium, and then I just need magnesium as well. So I've got all of these tier 1s just in front of the base here that honestly can go somewhere else anyway. Okay, so those 3 I can put somewhere else. Oh, this will be one of the uranium things? Yes. Okay, we'll worry about that after we've placed these down, because I don't have any inventory space at the moment. Cool. It's a start. If I can get that, good. Is this another one up here? Yes. Okay, so they're coming down in even stranger places now, it feels, from where I put the rocket platform this time. I didn't even see which direction they came in from. I wonder if the direction that you orient your rocket platform affects the direction that the asteroids come in. I definitely feel they shouldn't, but it makes me wonder. Okay, I've got some up here again. Yep, so that's what I expect. There we go, T2 tree spreader. I can speak. I just got too excited. Tier 2 is where it's at. It starts to ramp hard at that point. We'll be able to make a few more uranium rods, which gives us just a little bit more security. Okay, so there's at least a couple more asteroids that we can collect from as well. But first, I think we're going to want to upgrade our tier 1 tree spreaders to tier 2s. Where's tier 2 tree spreaders? Here we go. So from tier 1 to 2, it is a replacement of tier 1 to 2 fertilizer and bioplastic nugget for zeolite. Oxygen doubles, energy requirement also doubles. Maybe we do 3 first, being the 3 that have the redwood seeds. Oh, there's some uranium down here too. Amusing. So you, redwood. Bam. Nice. 25,000. You are not redwoods. You are. And you are as well. Okay, that's them boosted. Then we can worry about the others later, but they're not doing as much anyway. So we're not as worried about boosting those. Alright, put all those away again. Now we've got tons of tier 1 fertilizer, because we just stopped using some of it. Tier 2 flower spread is the other thing to consider though, because we've got a bunch of Tier 3 veggie tubes still. And we can replace a lot of those. Tier 2 flower spreaders, we do have 8 of them. But we also have 13 Tier 3 veggie tubes. Alright, another one of those. Alright, so now it's 4s across the board. And the seed spreader rocket is honestly the next thing that we want to boost more of, I suspect. It is one of the easiest ones to make as well, because it just needs bacteria sample and mutagen. The problem is, to make mutagen, you do need sulfur, and sulfur is a bit finite for me. So, next step will be the tier 5 heater. That's ages away, 8.3 kilotons. So butterfly larvae, those are 250. 230 is what I've got, so that's barely an upgrade. Do they require anything specifically different? No. It's just kind of indicating that we now have other options, I guess. So we can pull out one of these, deconstruct it. The fact that you don't need anything specific for that, you can just chuck it into a recycling machine. It's kind of funny. Now let's just put these back in here, reconstitute it, and see if we get something better. Just re-roll the dice now that we've got something else unlocked. Next up, we do have the next tree seed, 500 kilograms, then 800 kilograms. So we definitely do want more iron fabric as well. We definitely want more insects. So a second butterfly house is probably not a bad idea. Also drains a lot of energy. That was what we were looking at before with our upgrades. So we've only got 3 tier 1 solar panels left now. Everything else is tier 2. Where are those 3? I want to find them. I will find you, and I will upgrade you. Oh, they're probably up by the other base. Oh no, they're over by the life pod, looks like. I can see them. Right, let's go do some upgrades. And I also grabbed 4, so if I grab another 2 cobalts, 1 iron, and 1 silicon, we can turn the 3 into 4. So we've got a nice forest growing down here now. We can also upgrade the other 2 tier 1 tree spreaders into tier 2s. Okay, so first things first, we'll put down a new one, and then we go bump, bump, bump. Because it's basically 3 times, it's exactly, in fact, 3 times as much, so it's a very worthwhile upgrade. Alright.